Morning, y'all. It's Wednesday. What's today? Wednesday. So we got a Wednesday morning. I'm grateful for another opportunity to come. I just wanted to share with you. I'm here at the shop. Uh, I had something that I shared. Try to get up yesterday, but was having some issues with it. Um, and it's about considering things that most business owners don't have to consider. Or well, I'll take that back and say most business owners do not consider, and however it plays out, we can kind of get into semantics of it. But the fact is, a friend of mine, she called and had a guy that needed some work, that had some work, and or excuse me. So a friend of mine called me, and there was a family friend of theirs who needed a job, um, day labor, whatever it may be. Um, so I got his information, got in contact with him. And one of the things that we had going, because they had a shop full of guys that, I needed to maintain that are full time workers. So I didn't really have a spot for them, but there was one duty that I needed done. We're doing some porch railing. I wanted to do some marketing and pass out some flyers. Something I got from a guy up in New York, All Season Ironworks. Hey, you got to go get it. So anyway, so I needed somebody to go door to door. One of the neighborhoods or one of the towns that I drive through to grew up in was Round Rock, downtown Round Rock, and then the other was Georgetown. Those were kind of the areas I wanted to target because they have some of the older neighborhoods, older homes. They have those porch settings. They have that type of feel. So a lot of them are missing, never had. Some that do have porch railing dilapidated. They're outdated, right? So anyway, so I need somebody to go do that. So I thought about this man. Now, both the woman and the young man that were referred to, both being black, and not a big deal. Nothing with that, right? Well, in this task that I needed done, one thing that me as a black man had to consider was the fact that I was going to be sending somebody out into a neighborhood, going door to door, walking door to door. And I had to pause and I had to consider the coulds, the maybes, the what, you know, this day and age, any day and age. Black youngster, uh, young adult going through a neighborhood, door to door, knocking on doors, putting flyers on different houses. Uh, I couldn't put him in that position. Now, the difference again with the state of the day, the state of the conversation that's going on, regardless if there's a side that you're taking or not. Um, that's a fact of life. That's a fact of life, because I have to consider the fact that if I send this young man out here and someone is disturbed by it and they call the cops because somebody's going house to house, and then that could lead to something else and something else. And uh, so I couldn't do it. I could not hire them for that. And it's again, I just kind of want to. I've been reading different memes and kind of eye openers of different uh, things on Facebook that kind of, hey, they kind of highlight and kind of show, hey, racism. Like, do you get it? This is this. Let's look at it this way. If you're, and one I just saw this morning was, hey, if you're going to Walmart, you're going to any store, and you see, hey, you can't come in here unless you got a mask on, and you're offended by that. What about when that sign said whites only? How do you think that felt? So, uh, so anyway, that's kind of a trying to parallel what the is that sobering? Is that for me that was pretty sobering of a topic. Sure, it's uh, there's a difference. But again, it's kind of catching, kind of eye opening, things to consider. So again, as a owner, as a black business owner, that's something that I consider because has something because again, it doesn't have to, and I need you to understand that it doesn't have to be that um, somebody gets killed or somebody gets brutally uh, handled, excessive force. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, that is reality, and we see it every day. We see it, every week. Uh, some type of issue, some type of thing, whether it's going back or whether it's going forward, we can dial them up. But I need you to understand that it's a traumatizing event going through that, even if you're not handcuffed, even if you're not uh, beaten, even if you're not shot. Lord willing, that doesn't happen, but it's still a traumatizing situation for the individual going through it. That's doing a job, walking through a neighborhood, passing out flyers, and get pulled over and have to answer questions and go through that. So again, that type of situation, that type of setting. So me putting that person in that position, I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. So again, I just kind of want to throw that out there when we talking about the narrative of today. And if you're having a hard time with that, I just kind of, again, it's just a sobering thing. But it's a reality, and it's something that we have to consider. So um, I just want to share that again. That's the life we live in, and it's just a truth, an eye opener, and I hope it's received not as an attack on anybody, not as an attack. I mean, it's society. We have bad individuals in any walk of life, and again, I just kind of want to show, and maybe if you're a business owner um, and you're watching this, maybe it'll help you. It'll kind of open your eyes. Hey, consider. I mean, because we're called to if we have a team as leaders, we're called to put people in the best position, just like coaches. We're called to put people in the best position. After we evaluate and we learn our team, we got to evaluate and we got to kind of learn. Okay, what do they do best? And we want to put them in the best position to succeed and to contribute. So if that's not the best thing, we need to consider those things. That wasn't the best place for him to be, so I couldn't bring him on and help him out, help put him in a pocket, check in his pocket at that time. So I just want, again, just throwing that out there as far as a thing, not trying to, cause a debate, but just want to give you some insight, man. Hey, it's a voice, So, but we're good. We're moving forward. We keep going. Again, nothing happened. It's not anything to talk about as far as an incident. Um, but the Bible says, "He that sees evil uh, avoids it." The wise avoid it. So we try to avoid it. So again, we're here at the shop. We're just pressing in, man. We got a busy day. Got a few things going on. A lot of work coming up. We're just going to continue to try to grow and provide and give hope to a hurting world in every way we can. Sow seeds of hope. We're here. We're KBG Welding. We're serving God and burning rods. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing, liking, watching, all that. Going back and looking at some of the other videos. Like I said, put in the comments anything that you want to talk about, and we can discuss this further if need be. But I'd like to hear some feedback. Thanks for checking us out, man. We'll see you. Y'all have a blessed day.